Hello everybody, this is another Hot Wheels Collector video. Today we are looking at the Hot Wheels Car Culture Modern Classics 2023 set. I'm going to be reacting to it and giving my thoughts and opinions on this set. I will quickly tell you that this set does have 3 new castings in it, and the other 2 cars which aren't new castings are great selections and look fantastic. But before we do get into this, I will quickly mention that this footage is brought to you by Ministry of Diecast. I will link the original video in the pinned comment as well as in the description of this video, and I highly recommend you check out the original video if you haven't already. It does actually have more footage than what I'm about to show you. I'm just going to be showing you kind of the showcases of the actual models itself. There's kind of more of an unboxing on his original video, so make sure to check that out if you haven't already. But anyways, let's get straight into my reaction, showcase and thoughts on this set. Alright, so jumping straight into this reaction, then we first have the Honda Civic AG, which has been painted in a glossy yellow colour. It looks like it's been painted in a two-tone colour scheme, however the blue is actually tamper work and is not paint. I will mention that this car is rolling on the 6-spoke reel riders, which have been moulded in black plastic. They do look quite nice with this spoons livery, which we do see across the car. I will also mention that the base of this car is done in matte black and does create things like the front splitter of this car, side skirts, as well as that single exit exhaust which features on this casting. I will also mention that this casting does have wing mirrors, and it also does feature the windshield washer fluid squirters. Quite a detailed casting. I love the fact that it does have wing mirrors. Very nice to see that. I will also mention that the front windshield of this car does actually have a sun strip, which is created through tamper work, and the rear window also does have the Spoons logo. This car does have rear tamper work, side tamper work, as well as front tamper work and top tamper work. It receives a lot of detail here. I will also mention that this casting does actually have a sunroof, which is created through the window plastic, which is completely see-through. It does have a slight tint to it by the looks of it, but nothing crazy on that. Now we do have our first new casting for this case, the 98 Toyota Alteza. I think this is going to be the most popular in this set just because it's a JDM car. It's also a new casting, and it's my favourite out of this set, I think. Done in a silver colour scheme. It does receive rear tamper as well as front tamper work and side tamper work. This casting also does have wing mirrors, very nice to see that there. It is also rolling on 5-spoke grey moulded wheels. Obviously they're plastic wheels with obviously the rubber tyres, they are real riders. I will also mention that this casting does feature windshield washer squirters as well, and it also does have windshield wipers in the plastic, which is made to represent the glass of the real life car. Interestingly though, this casting does not feature any door handles in the metal casting. Really interested to see that there. I know a lot of people have been complaining about it. It's something that once you know it's there, you can't unsee it, unfortunately. I'll also mention that this car does have a single exit exhaust, which is painted in the matte black base colour. So the whole base of this car is painted in matte black. And it is of course metal because this is a premium car. This is also a brand new casting for this case as well, the Fiat 131 Bath, done in glossy red. It does receive front tamper, side tamper, rear tamper, as well as top tamper, so it's got a lot of detail within this car, and I really can't see this car coming to the mainline anytime soon just because of the amount of detail it has. This car is rolling on the deep dish 4-spoke wheels, which have been painted in this bronzy colour. They look fantastic on this car in my opinion. I will mention that this casting does not actually feature any wing mirrors, which is unfortunate because it makes this car look a lot less realistic in my opinion. It also does not have any windshield wipers in the plastic, which is made to represent the glass of the real life car. That's also something that would affect my score when I do get my hands on this set, because I will tell you, I'm looking for the whole set when it comes out. It's full of absolutely amazing cars, and this car does have a lot of detail. I will also mention that the base metal of this car is painted in glossy black, but it doesn't create anything like the splitter of this car or the rear diffuser of this car. The only thing it actually does create is the rear exhaust pipe. So yeah, there you go, really cool car. I will also mention that the interior of this car is done in black. But anyways, moving on to the next car, this is the Volkswagen Corrado VR6. This is also a new casting for this case. I did say it's jam-packed with goodies, and it is. So this is obviously a modified Corrado. It's definitely not stock. It's rolling on the modern 10-spoke wheels, which have been moulded in grey plastic. It also does receive rear tamper as well as side tamper and front tamper. It has a very stock paint job to it, done in a metallic purple colour. That's obviously not very stock, but obviously in terms of tamper work, it just receives the stock look. But what isn't stock is the actual metal casting. It does have these really large flared wide arches. It also does have this ducktail spoiler, which obviously is not standard on the real life car. The real life car does actually have active aero. It's the first car that I know of that had active aero. I will also mention that this casting does actually feature wing mirrors. Very nice to see that there. Very nice detail. And I will also mention that the sunroof of this car is really nicely done and is created through the window plastic. I'll also mention this car does have a dual exit exhaust pipe, which actually is created through the base metal, which is painted in matte black. That's kind of what we see on a lot of cars, including this one. This one also does have a matte black base. This is the MX-5 Miata from 1990s. Done in a British racing green. I believe it's slightly metallic, or maybe it's just glossy. It looks slightly metallic to me anyways, at least on this video. I can't wait to get it in person so we can have a proper look at these cars. I will be making individual review and showcases on them whenever I do find them. Hopefully I find them in the wild anyways. So this car does actually have wing mirrors. It also does have front tampo as well as rear tampo and side tampo as well as top tampo, but it's not that detailed. It just receives the stock look to it, which is great because modern classics set. I personally think all the castings featured in this set should be of a more stock look. Interestingly, the Corrado isn't though. I'll also mention that this car does have quite a large exhaust pipe on this, which is created through that metal base, which I've said is painted in matte black. The interior of this car is done in a weird creamy beige colour, and this car is rolling on what appears to be 10-spoke deep dish wheels, which are moulded in grey. I really think that's it for that car. I think that might be my least favourite car out of the set. So anyways, let me give you my opinions on this set. I think the set as a whole is fantastic. The amount of new castings which feature in this set is so crazy. I can't remember the last time we saw this happen where we get so many new and good castings in the set. Out of the 5 cars, there are 3 new castings as I've said, and 2 returning. The 2 returning are great as well. So what is my actual favourite car out of this set then? I'm definitely going to pick the new Toyota Alteza, aka the Lexus IS200. They're practically the same car. The only difference is they've been rebranded depending on which region or country you're in. So here in the UK we get the Lexus IS200. I believe in Japan you guys were getting the Toyota Alteza. So that's kind of how that works. They're just, because obviously Toyota owned Lexus, they're just badged differently. But they're the same car. And that Alteza does have a slightly modified look to it. I think it actually isn't modified. I think it's just got the sport package, which came as standard if you wanted to select that when it was new. And then it had the SE package as well. I'm really into the IS200 because it's a really, really awesome car. I also do like the Corrado. I think that comes in for number 2 for me out of this set. My second favourite. Great new casting. Then third, I think, will be the Civic for me. 4th will be the Abarth, and finally the MX-5. I'm just not a big fan of the colour on that car. I don't particularly think the green looks great on this car. It would look great on some other cars, including things like Bentleys, but on this one, it's just not my favourite. But yes, great set. So that does lead me on my score out of 10 for this set. When I give this set out of 10, I'm going to be honest, it's getting a very solid 9.5 out of 10. This set is phenomenal. Great modern classic set here, and I highly recommend you pick up everything in this set. I will be. I know it's quite expensive to pick up these premium cars here in the UK, but I think this set is well worth it because the thing with this set is everything in it is just going to go up in value. Nothing's going to lose value. There's no fantasies, thank goodness for that in this set. We don't see many fantasies in car culture. I think the last fantasy we saw in car culture was the Jay Leno tank car, but even then it was sort of licensed because it is Jay Leno's car. But anyways, I'm going on a tangent. Really awesome set. I'm going to be picking this thing up. Are you guys going to be picking this thing up? Let me know in the comments section down below what you think of this set, and will you be picking it up? Yes or no? Can't wait to hear your thoughts on this set as well. But anyways, that is it for this video. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like. If you're new to this channel, subscribe, and you can also press that notification bell so you do not miss new uploads. Remember, you can also share this video with any friends, family, or any groups who may be interested. But remember, don't feel pressured if you don't feel like you have anybody who may be interested. You watching this video all the way to the end means so much to me, and I really do thank you for making it all the way up until this point. But anyways, that's it for this video, so I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye everyone.